The other semifinal game in the college football playoffs, Michigan against a team nobody expected to be there, Texas Christian. Jim Harbaugh's done a great job in 2 years resurrecting the Michigan program. 2 years ago this week, the conversation in Ann Arbor was, after a really lousy U of M season, is this guy gone? And look what he did over the last 2 seasons. And Michigan is obviously loaded. They have, I think, one of the most physical offenses in college football, led by the quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, coming off the great win against Ohio State. Now, their lead running back has been hurt and had a scope surgery on his knee, so I don't know if Blake Corum is going to be 100%, but the backup, Don Edwards, ran roughshod of Ohio State, especially in the fourth quarter of that game in Columbus. But this is a Michigan team that's got fierce defense, powerful offense, and at the end of the season, when everybody had doubts about, well, yeah, they're unbeaten and they're doing well, haven't played anybody, at the end of the season, they beat Penn State. 2 weeks later, they beat the hell out of Ohio State. So Michigan's a really good team. TCU, who are these guys? How did they get so good? Thank you, Sonny Dykes. Sonny Dykes has done a great job as head coach, resurrecting a program that had slipped. Gary Patterson had been there a long time and had great success at TCU. He guided the Frogs from the Mountain West Conference, and he was the catalyst that took them into the Big 12, and look where they are right now. They're unbeaten. They got a quarterback in Max Duggan, who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. And this guy threw for 3,300 yards and 30 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Of course, in college football, everybody focuses on how great the quarterback is. Their defense is street tough. Holy cow, they are cement hard, and they play really hard. So I'm fascinated to see if Texas Christian, which is so big and physical defensively, slows down everything that Michigan does. Do they make it a different type of game? But can Max Duggan hold up against what Michigan does defensively? Fascinating game. It's emotional. Half the country is rooting for the Horned Frogs because nobody likes the Big Ten. You're asking me, though, I think Michigan's going to win. And if you're asking me, I guess we're going to have a rematch of the Big Ten Kingpins when we get to the championship game, Michigan-Ohio State. But I'm picking the Wolverines to beat the Horned Frogs. What say you?
Well, what do you think of the seedings? Do you think that they are legit 1, 2, 3, 4, or do they purposely put Michigan and Ohio State in the opposite ends of the bracket to maybe set up a championship, or maybe not to have one of them eliminated right away?
Well, we had this dialogue about a month ago when we got to the final weekend, because at that point, Alabama was in the equation. And there was a lot of debate. I think the dummy on the other side of the table here was making reference to, gee, we don't want Alabama playing Georgia in the first round of the college playoffs. Well, Bama did not get there. Yeah, they probably juggled it a little bit. But these guys were running 1, 2, 3, and 4 the whole back end of the season. And I think the shocker of everything is Alabama's not there. Clemson did not get there. I mean, their whole group of marquee programs, they're higher ranked, and they all kind of fell off the ladder at the tail end. So I'm picking Ohio State and Michigan to win these 2 games. Who are you picking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm going Georgia. I'm going Horned Frogs, and let's just kind of shake it up. I'm tired of the Big Ten.
Okay, and by the way, I mean, you can be wrong on that pick if you wish. And by the way, this is Ohio Bobcats, not Bearcats, not the University of Cincinnati. You're off to a bad start in this game.